Okay.
What the majority of people do not understand is that Elohim made a promise to Abraham,
Yeah.
and he told him, through you, all the family of the earth will be blessed. How can he do that? How can he do that? Through Abraham or through his descendants? He will do it through his descendants. And here, one part of it is through Ephraim, with the promise of Jacob. Through Ephraim, with the promise of Jacob. You know, he said to Abraham that all the family of the earth will be blessed through him. Him means his seed, his descendants. Now, you have to see that this promise came very late, because before you have the children of Israel in Canaan. The promise, in order to be fulfilled, was through the rebellion of Ephraim, who in 722 BC was kicked out from the land.
Papa, Ava,
Up to 722 BCE, so before the Common Era, there was nothing happened. In the Bereshit 48, Jacob, before he died, blessed his children. But before that, he adopted the two children from Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh, and he set Ephraim before Manasseh. And he speaks about Ephraim, telling that he will become a multitude of nations. Multitude of nations. There is another verse we can look where they will be like fish in the earth, which Paul later will use also. They will become multitude of nations, which is in Hebrew, and it is in the text. You can read it. Melo Hagohim. Melo Hagohim. The multitude of nations. Because the nations, what you call in translation, heathen, pagans, they had no blessing. The blessing comes from Abraham. How does Jehovah do that? By scattering the rebellious children throughout the earth among the Goyim, where themselves will also become
Beneficial.
Goyim. They will be among the Goyim. They will intermingle in all nations, from the east to the west, from the north to the south. So this is what Paul is speaking about the broken branches of the olive tree.
Yeah.
And as we spoke already, why does he speak about the wild olive tree? The wild olive tree comes from the fact that Ephraim is born in Egypt. Right? Remember?
Yes.
You bring this point. So, the context of Romans in this chapter must be looked through the lens of Bereshit 48. But if we go up to the end of the book of Revelation, we will see that there is different entities concerning the Goyim. You have the Goyim and you have the nations of Israel and the children of Israel. The promise is very clear. According to Luke 1:33, it is the promise that Yeshua will reign over the house of Jacob. And the house of Jacob is the 12 children of Jacob plus Manasseh and Ephraim, who have been adopted into the household. So we have no mistake about that.
Yeah.
So the term Gentiles is a generic term which can be used either for the nations. I think it is in Bereshit chapter I don't want to give the chapter now because the earth was divided into 70 nations, but not only the descendant from Japhet, but also from Ham, and also from Shem, because not all from Shem will become the lineage of Abraham. So we have to understand that it's not because you are Shemite that you are descendant from that you are from Israel.
No, it's not,
So-
because the Arabs are also
The Arabs,
from
Ishmael,
the
they are Semites,
Shem.
they are Semites, and there are many others because they have children,
Yeah,
okay,
of course.
who founded also nations. So they are all goyim. They are all goyim.
On peut venir rien quand on a fini.
Ouais. Il n'a pas fini encore, tu attends. J'aime pas que vous me coupiez, ok? Tu dois le regarder, ça, tu vois bien qu'il est en train de finir. Il faut apprendre ça, ok? Vous me coupez dans la parole et j'aime pas ça. You take wanting to make something when it is not so. We have to research and to see that Goy and Goyim. Goy is one nation, one nation. Goyim is a plural. If you go in the prophecy from Ezekiel 37, you will see that it is that the house of Judah and the house of Israel are called both Goy and become one. They are called Goyim, nations plural.
Yeah.
They will become one Goy, one nation. Okay.
Yeah.
So the term Goy is a generic term to describe the people from the nations. So to make our doctrine, it's an error. It's a mistake.
Yeah.
It's a mistake.
Because what the question there is
Just wait. I will show you. Because I have that.